Hey y'all, I'm gonna show y'all how to get this super crisp short square set in a 1B method.
Boy, now you make me float, float. Boy, you really give me high. Ooh, I feel like I'm on dope, dope. 'Cause you.
Okay, so we're starting off on cuticles that's already been prepped, pushed back using our Russian E-bits and our Russian manicure prep. If you guys need help on understanding how to do that, I do have an ebook and it is going to be listed in the description below. And that is what I do with every set that I get. I make sure that I use the Russian manicure bits on each and every client to ensure my prep lasts for 2 to 3 weeks. And I have minimal lifting, and it's just been working so perfectly for me. Now I'm going in with my Cover Pink by Young Nails. I am also using the Young Nails monomer, and I'm using my size 14 acrylic brush. This is 100% Kolinsky. I don't know the brand of it because this brush was gifted to me and the title has just been worn off of it, okay? But yeah, I'm starting with a medium to large bead because she does have small nails. I don't need too much acrylic powder. And I'm just starting at the cuticle and I am walking it back a little, just enough to tuck it in. And as you see, I'm working from side to side and I'm making sure that I bring those sides in because I want the bulk of the acrylic to be on top of the nail bed. I don't want it flooding the sides. I don't want it bulky on the sides because we want it to look kind of contoured to the nail. And you're going to see me patting and pulling. So I'm using every zone of my brush, meaning I'm using the belly of the brush, the tip of the brush, and I'm using the sides of the brush. Now this does come with practice over time, and I don't always do 1B methods, but short sets, I definitely will do a 1B method. Sometimes I do it in two, just depending on if I picked up enough product at the time. Now, I make sure that I either dry off my brush before I get to the free edge to take off that excess acrylic, or I use my finger as I'm going to show you here right now. I'm just going to take my finger and get off that excess of the acrylic because that's going to get our shape nice and crisp. So if you're spending so much time shaping the nail tip, which you should shape any tip before you put on your acrylic, you want to make sure that when you're laying the acrylic, it looks exactly how you shape the nail tip. Again, my brush is not too wet, it's not too dry, it's just enough because you don't want to flood the client's nail with too much monomer because over time they can develop contact dermatitis. And as you can see, I'm just taking my thumb here and I'm pressing inward and down just to remove that excess. And you'll see how crisp it comes at the free edge. This is the look that you want to go for every time. And please don't beat yourself up. If you are struggling with doing the 1B method, that's completely fine. If you can get it in 3Bs, if you can get it in two, as long as it is structured properly and as long as it is contoured to the natural nail, that is all the client cares about. Some people move fast with doing 2 beads or 3 beads. I personally move fast when I'm doing 3 beads on a medium to long set. And if I'm doing short beads, I move faster if I'm doing a 1 bead method. And for this bead, you can see that I didn't pick up enough product, so I had to do a 2 bead method here. But I'm doing the same steps that I did with all the other nails. I am placing it on the cuticle bed, I'm allowing it to set, and then I'm bringing the sides in and I'm working from side to center. And when you're placing your cuticle bead, please do not put it extremely close to the cuticle because that makes it easier for you to get it on the cuticle rather than tucking it under. You want to place it just close enough and walk it up just a little bit and make sure that you're wiping the sides and constantly looking. Now, I will say this is the best acrylic powder I've used, and I've been using this since I've started doing nails. Most people like me a secret. I haven't tried their full line. Like I've tried their powders, but I haven't tried their monomer. I would say Young Nails, the Speed collection is perfect for beginners because it sets so smoothly. And even their Speed White, you won't have any problems with it. The best tips and advice I can say is to find a product that works well with you. If you are a person who does not know how to tell if your bead is setting, I'll make another video on that. Typically, the rule of thumb I like to use, I like to wait like 3 seconds. I count down and then I place my bead. You can also tell by how the bead is going to polymerize. So basically, when you pick up your acrylic bead, it'll look kind of like bubbly and a little rough. But as it's setting and as a monomer is setting into the powder, you're gonna see it start turning and it's gonna be like a little glossy and it's gonna look more smooth. That's when you know it's time to set it down. But yeah, guys, look at this thumb. Perfect application. And she wanted Frenchies with bows, so we gave her just that. Let me know if this helps and let me know if you guys want to see how I show you to tell what if your bead is polymerized or not. But until then, I will see you guys next time. Bye.